Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we've got game 2 against the Mets. Won yesterday's game 3-0. I guess I should have gone back to the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers scored against us every game, so I do think it's 4 shutouts in a row now for Squirrels pitching. So we'll see if we can keep that streak going. I imagine it can't last much longer, but we'll see. There's also some mowing going on while I'm recording this. Hopefully it won't come through. I doubt you guys can hear it, but if you can, my apologies. Shouldn't be too distracting. Got Stitch on the mound today. And here is Perfect S to start things going. He will foul the first pitch away back to the screen. A slider that stays a bit too high. Ground ball. Joey will get that on over to first. One down. Here's Bittner. So the Mets didn't get too many hits yesterday. I know he got at least one. He might have gotten 2. I can't remember for sure. He's got a 2-0 count in this at-bat. And he will swing and miss at a curveball to make it 2-1. Short hop over to short. So Joey, I guess that'd be 2 assists for him. Here's Vernon Wells. Grounds this one to second, and that will end the inning. 3 ground balls for 3 outs to start off the game for the Mets. Kester will lead things off for the Squirrels. Looks like the Mets have the same lineup that they had yesterday. Telemaco on the mound. We've seen some Telemacos. I don't know if this is one we have seen before or not. Kester grounds this one right over third, and I've already forgotten who's over there third, but they couldn't. I think that's Bittner, actually. He couldn't cut it off. So here's Marvin after a leadoff single. He will bat right-handed. He has a 1-1 count. Called strike 2. That curveball, not super tempting. 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 away. Here is Chief. Kester takes off, picked a good pitch to do it, but he still can't get there in time. So he's thrown out. The base is empty. I actually don't mind that stolen base attempt. Usually I'm grumbling about it, but Kester picked a pitch down in the dirt, and he is one of the faster players on the team. So that was okay, just didn't work out, and then Chief will fly out to right field to end the inning. So the Squirrels with a hit but still go down in order. Carlos Delgado will start things off for the Mets here in the second. That first pitch is called a strike. This, will it get down? No, Kester's able to leap and make the grab before it can find the outfield grass. So here's Angel Pagan. He'll start things off with a strike. That pitch is up and in. And down and in makes it 2-1. There's a swing and a miss. That'll make it 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And 2 down. Here's Jay Payton. Had at least 1 hit yesterday. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. chases that curveball down in the dirt for strike three, and that will end the top of the second. Still no score. Terry's going to lead things off for the Squirrels in the bottom half of the second. Terry will look at a curveball for strike one. And chases a low fastball to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. One down, here is Frank. Hits this one hard into left. Pagan going back. It's going to get over his head and roll to that deep wall right at the 418. Frank's going to stop at second for a one-out double. That's one that likely would have been out of the park at a lot of parks. Well, some parks, maybe. So here is Tom then with the runner in scoring position. He had, I want to say, 2 hits yesterday and a walk. At least 1 hit and a walk. He's got a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Pops this one foul. Buck should have it. And he does. 2 away, runner still on second. Zach at the plate, hitting an even 300 at the moment. So that curveball breaks too far inside, and then a ground ball gets through the left side of the infield. Frank's turning for home. Here comes the throw. Not going to be in time. The throw also lets Zach move on to second base himself. So the Squirrels with the lead and possibly not done yet. Joey has been a hot hitter as of late, hitting a lot of balls right down that left field line. That one's going to be fouled straight back. That'll give him a 1-1 count. Oh, it's too late on that fastball. Hits this in right field. That will get down in front of Peyton, and Zach will indeed score on it. The throw went home, which allows Joey to get to second. Stitch at the plate to really help his cause here. 3-0 lead feels kind of insurmountable with how we've been pitching as of late. Stitch with a 2-0 count. Swings and misses at a higher fastball. Not super high, but a little elevated. Out of the zone, makes it 3-1. Forkball for a full count. Runner stays at second, and that's a fastball right down the middle, and Stitch just watched it go by. Still, the Squirrels score 2 as we move into the third inning. John Buck will lead things off for the Mets.
Number 14, John Buck, catcher.
Curveball is in there for a strike. The pitch is up and out. This is hit right over third base. Will it be a double? No, Frank does a pretty good job cutting that off. So, first hit of the game for the Mets. Solid single right over third. Brings Luis Castillo to the plate. He can't catch up to that fastball. Hits this one foul down the first base side. Little bloop towards second. Kester's able to make that grab. One away. Telemaco at the plate, sporting quite the average. 346 as a pitcher with a home run and 7 RBIs. It's got no 1-2 count right now, though. Oh, this pitch gets away. That's going to let Buck move on to second. Swing in and miss, strike 3. 2 away. Here's Perfect S to start the second go-around for the Mets. Ground out in his first at-bat. 3 strikeouts for Stitch, first time through the Mets order. Perfect S down 0-2, looks at strike 3, and that will end the top of the third. So the Mets with a threat, but no score. Squirrels still leading 2-0, and they will be back to the top of their order. Kester with a base hit in his first at-bat, but then was caught stealing. Telemaco also with 3 strikeouts, the first time through the Squirrels order. Kester with a 1-1 count. Called strike 2. Hit towards the middle, but Perfect S is over there for the catch. One away. Here is Marvin. Struck out his first time up. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Another swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Chief flew out to right. His first time up. This pitch down by his feet. Ground ball to Bittner. He will throw over to first. And that will end the 3rd inning. Squirrels still up 2-0 as we move into the 4th. Bittner is going to lead things off. I'm going to have to pause here for just a moment, but it'll be nothing to you guys. Be right back. All right, well, that ended up being a lot longer break than I thought it was going to be. So let me reset for myself here. We are in the 4th inning. Bittner's at the plate. Just starting the 4th inning as Bittner will look at strike 1. Slider broke too far inside. Little bloop towards third. Chief tried to get there, but came up a few steps short. Another pop foul, but Terry should have this one, and he does, right by the coach's box. So here's Vernon Wells. 1 down, bases empty. The fastball is inside. Fouled off his foot. And a pitch is outside. Curveball catches the inside corner. And then a pop-up. Chief should have this one in foul ground in front of the coach's box. That's 2 outs in the inning. Here's Carlos Delgado. Credited with a flyout. I'm trying to remember where. I don't think they've flown out to the outfield as of yet. So it must have been an infield fly. That's going to be a base hit out into shallow right center. 2 out single, and that will bring Angel Pagan to the plate. He struck out in his first at-bat. He's behind on that fastball. Slider misses outside. This is popped up, but it's shallow. I don't think Zach's going to get there. That's going to leave the runners on the corners then with 2 outs, and here is Jay Payton. He swings over the top of a changeup. He fouls away a curveball to make it 0-2. Check over on first. I don't think the runners are going to be going. Actually, I think they did, but does not matter. Payton swung and missed, and that'll end the top of the 4th. The Mets do threaten again, but still cannot score. Terry's going to lead things off for the Squirrels in the bottom of the 4th. Terry struck out in his first at-bat. And he looks at strike 1 here. That pitch a bit too high. Ground ball right to Castillo. 1 away. Frank hit the deep double into left field. Say right by the 418 sign. That's, if you're not familiar with this park, left center goes from 418 back to 428. And it's a high wall. So it is not easy to hit one out there. It happens, but it's rare. Even more rare than that, though, there's 2 holes in the outfield fence, and that basically counts as going over the fence. So I think it only once or twice. If you hit one in the hole on the fly, it is a home run. If you hit it there on the bounce, it's a ground rule double. I think I want to say if you've seen each one once. I could not tell you what game, what season, or anything like that, but we have seen, I do believe, both ways. Tom strikes out, so we're going to move on to the 5th inning. Squirrels still lead 2-0. John Buck will come to the plate for the Mets. Got a base hit in his first at-bat, and then, I want to say, advanced to second on a wild pitch. Grounds this one to short. Joey will have to charge it, but gets it there in plenty of time. 1 away. Castillo lined out to second, not a hard liner. Watches a curveball for strike 1. high fastball to even the count. That curveball bounces in. Changeup too low again. It's 3-1. And that's going to be a walk. One down, runner on first now. Telemaco now batting .333, so that dropped his average like 15 points or something like that. He must not have had too many at-bats. He's got an 0-2 count at the moment. He will swing and miss at a changeup for the second out of the inning. So here's perfect S. He is ground out and struck out so far. Looks at strike one on an inside fastball. Or sorry, that was a curveball, the first pitch. The second pitch was a fastball, as was that one. He's got a 1-2 count. Called strike three. That'll end the top of the fifth. I think that fastball froze him. So Zach will lead things off for the Squirrels in the bottom of the fifth inning, and they still lead 2-0. Zach credited with a double. Well, speaking of the deep left center. Oh, off the very top of the wall, right by the 424 sign. That definitely would have been a home run anywhere else. I'm shocked it wasn't a home run here, to be real honest. It would have just missed that tall wall. Well, that's definitely a legit double. Joey, similarly, I'm sure was credited with the double in his first at-bat. Hits this one right over third, but not very hard. Can't quite beat out the throw, and Zach could not advance on it. Really thought Joey might beat that out. Got him by about a half a step. So here's Stitch then. He's going to show bunt. Pushes it down the first base line. He will be tagged out, but it does advance Zach. So we go back to the top of the order for the third go-around with a runner on third. Kester hits a ground ball to Castillo, and the Mets will get out of the inning with no runs. We move to the sixth, still a 2-0 Squirrels lead. Bittner will lead things off for the Mets. Bittner 0 for 2 is ground out and fouled out so far. Looks at strike one. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Line drive, that'll go over Joey's head. Frank will get that back in. Leadoff single for Bittner, who he's had a pretty decent series. Don't know if a lot of other Mets can say that, but Bittner's got hits in both games so far. Vernon Wells actually did hit the ball hard yesterday. In his first at-bat, he hit a fairly deep one to left, but Frank was able to go back and get it. Then I think he struck out the rest of the day, just like he did just then. Here's Carlos Delgado, got a base hit in his last at-bat. Runner on first with one out. Oh, we got another wild pitch. The Mets again move a runner to second, and it's a 2-0 count. Make it 3-0. Stitch got Delgado to fly into center. Marvin waiting for it. Not deep center. Runner has to go back to the base. So here's Angel Pagan then. 2 outs and a runner on second. Fastball in there for a strike. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that will end the top of the sixth. Mets threaten again, but still cannot score. They're only down 1 in the hits column, but down 2 in the runs column. Marvin's going to lead things off for Indianapolis. He has struck out in both at-bats today, 2 of Telemaco's 5 on the day. It's brushed back by that fastball, though didn't have a lot on it. Telemaco running out of gas quickly here. But Marvin still can't make contact. It's a 1-2 count. Misses again for strike three. One away. Chief 0 for 2. Fly out and a ground out. First pitch is called a strike. Hit the first ball fairly hard out there into right. But wasn't Still a fairly routine play. Hits this one out into right. Peyton going over, and he will again make the catch. Here's Terry. He's 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out. That fork ball didn't do a whole lot. Stays high. And that fastball in the dirt. Oh, a fastball right down the middle, and Terry just whiffed. Sails that one. It's 3-1. Looks like this is going to be it for Telemaco, one way or the other. He will walk Terry. So let's see who the Mets get out of their bullpen.
Attention, please. Now coming on to pitch for the Mets. Number 77, High Pass.
The game says it's pronounced high pass, so that's what we're going to go with. I'm sure I have not seen that name, so I got no idea who this is, but he starts Frank off with a fastball. Oh, then a wild pitch for the Mets, and that's going to roll all the way to the backstop. Still only one base for Terry. Down and away, 2-1. Frank hits this foul to make it a 2-2 count. Fouled away again. Through the left side of the infield, Terry's going to try to score. This actually won't be very close. Thought it would be, but it took Perfect S a little bit of time to get that throw towards home after the cutoff. So the Squirrels now lead 3-0. Tom at the plate with a 2-0 count and a runner on first. Make it 3-0. There's a strike. 3-1. Curveball makes it a full count. Runner will be off, and we'll try it all again. That's a line drive to left, but it's going to stay up for whoever's playing left. I think Wells is in center. So, anyway. We go... Oh. I was caught flat-footed here. Stitch gave us a 6th inning. So let's get Johnston. Shoot. Hold on. Alright, that was Tom. I threw myself off there. So Johnston will go into Tom's spot. That will bring Martinez into the game.
Your attention, please. Now coming on to pitch from Indianapolis. Number 27, Johnston.
First pitch to Jay Payton is called a strike, and that fastball is too low. High fastball gets a swing and a miss. A slurve, another swing and a miss for the first out of the inning.
14.
Here's John Buck, who does have a hit today, although he nearly gets hit by that slurve. Fastball's called a strike. Fouled away to make it 1-2. Hits this into left. Frank should have it, and he does.
Number 1.
So here's Luis Castillo. He lined out and walked. So he looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Ground ball to second, rather, to get us to the 7th inning stretch. Zach will lead off after the break. Squirrels lead 3-0. right, Zach 2 for 2 with the two doubles. And he goes down swinging on 3 straight pitches here. That at bat, definitely the strongest one for high pass so far. So that will bring Joey to the plate. He's got a 1-1 count. Make it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Boy, this does not look anything like the guy who came in last inning. Martinez, with his first at-bat of the game, looks at strike 1. He had been batting well into the 250s, but it's gone cold as of late. Back to 239. Martinez definitely a defensive catcher. He's got a 2-2 count at the moment. He will ground this one to third, and that will end this inning. So we go to the 8th. Still a 3-0 game. Pitcher spot coming up for the Mets. This will get Hermida into the game when we can. The Mets are going to pinch hit and bring Carlos Beltran in. Why is he coming off their bench?
Number 50, Carlos Beltran.
But we'll put Hermida into Joey's spot, which will bring Phil into the game. He will get to play second. Kester goes over to short.
Your attention, please. Now going on to pitch for Indianapolis. Number 17, Hermida.
All right, Carlos Beltran will look at a curveball in the dirt. Another curveball in the dirt. There's a fastball, and it's lined foul down the left field line. Fouled back. It's a 2-2 count now. Swing and a miss just blew that fastball by him. So here's Perfect S. He is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. That curveball not real close. Curveball just doesn't really seem to be working for Hermida today. So he does throw a fastball in there for a strike. Finally got a curveball in there for a strike, and it's fouled off. Got a swing and a miss on the curveball for the second out of the inning. That curveball wasn't a strike, but at least got him to chase. Bittner, I think, was it just the last at-bat he got a base hit, or the one before? Hits this one to Kester in the hole, but oh, Kester just got it there in time. I'm still not entirely convinced he did, but Kester does not have the arm Joey has. Boy, that is awfully close. But the umpire set out, so that's what we're going for. Kester's going to lead it off for the Squirrels, who are leading 3-0. Nunez is going to come in to pitch. Castillo will exit the game for Mark Gruzlianic. Although it's the 8-9 holes, so I'm not sure we will get to see how that affects the lineup. Kester is going to ground out to short. So here comes Marvin, his first left-handed at-bat. He struck out in all 3 of his right-handed at-bats. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one, but foul. I don't even know if Marvin's fouled one off today. He's not been so good at the plate. On this day, he will go down swinging again. 2 away, and here is Chief. He's 0 for 3. He's flown out to left and flown out to right. Had a ground ball in between there. Puts this one on the ground to short, and that will get us to the 9th inning. Part of the lineup coming on for the Mets. They need 3 runs to stay alive. They will face Shibuya as soon as I can. Here, there we go. So he'll go into Chief spot, which will bring Sweeney into play third. Swing and a miss from Wells. Grounds this one to short. Tester on to first. One down. Here's Angel Pagan. Or sorry, getting ahead of myself. Carlos Delgado first. He does have a hit today. That fastball sails high. Breaking ball's too low. Fastball is also too low. Makes it 3-0. Delgado gets one in the strike zone, and he puts it out into left center for a one-out single. Here's Angel Pagan, who does also have a hit today. He hits a ground ball. High hopper, though. Only play is to first. The Mets with another runner in scoring position for Jay Payton. The only problem is they need 3 of those runs to stay alive, and they're down to their last out. Ground ball to short, Kester on to first, and that is your ball game. Final score today, New York Mets 0, Indianapolis Squirrels 3. That's now 5 shutouts in a row. Pretty impressive stuff. Mets had their chances today. Yesterday, they only had maybe one real threat. Today, they had several runners in scoring position and just could not come up with the hit they needed. All right, Zach is your player of the game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. We will be back here again to finish up this series with the Mets tomorrow. We'll see you then.